What's up, y'all? It's your girl Melissa here, and welcome back to my studio. As you guys know, I am a full-time visual artist, and I recently renovated my art studio, and I brought up all my old paintings that were like hiding and tucked away in my studio, and I brought them up here into my office. Now, if you've been following me here on YouTube or on Instagram, you know, like, my paintings are pretty good. Like, I make some pretty good art. You know, I've been painting for 6 years, and I'm really proud of my progress as an artist so far. And nowadays, I love how most of my paintings turn out. I feel like I've developed a pretty good style that represents me and the art that I want to create, but that wasn't always the case. I literally always get messages of people asking me, how'd you get so good at painting? How'd you get so good at making art? Can you help me make my paintings look good? Da, 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 da. And I'm making this video to let y'all know that I did not wake up like this. Like, I did not just wake up and my paintings were popping, my paintings were good, and they were banging. Like, that's not how it works, y'all. So I just want to show you guys my old paintings from when I just started painting. The first painting I ever made was in 2014, and it was a portrait of my mom, and I only used 2 colors, you guys. Like, it was so basic. So I want you guys to see how bad my old artwork was, and hopefully this video inspires you guys to keep practicing, to keep making art, because trust me, you won't believe that I painted some of these paintings that I'm about to show you guys. Like, some of the techniques were just so bad. Like, you know what, like, they're nothing compared to my current work now. Like, you know what, let's just get into it. Let's just get into the embarrassment of me exposing my horrible artworks, y'all. So just don't laugh at me. Just don't laugh at me in the comments, you guys. You know what, actually, I'm laughing at myself. Let's just all laugh at me together. Okay, let's get into it. This is one of the first paintings I ever made, and I made it for a live event. So I was hired to do a live painting for the LGBTQ group at my university, and they were having an event, and it was celebrating women, I think it was. So I did this live painting, and it's of Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, and Laverne Cox. And you know, I was like, powerful women, and like the different colors represent them and stuff. So at the time, and this was in 2015, on the back, I've got it dated right there, 2015. And I was still learning how to mix colors, you guys. Like, I didn't know how to make a dark orange, really, so it came out looking brownish. Didn't know how to do a dark yellow, like, there's like no depth in Beyonce's face. And at the time, I was actually using a stencil technique to get all the outlines out. So I stenciled by hand this whole piece, and that's why the hair looks so bad, like literally just dots, because each one of these is a stencil, you guys. Yeah, as you guys can see, this is very basic colors, 3 colors and black. Like, that's all I really knew how to do at the time. Like, this is similar to the first painting I ever made. It was literally just like yellow and black, like kind of like this, but without the extra like darker yellows or highlights and shadows. My first painting was just 2 colors. So this was like a step up for me, like, ooh, I got 3 colors now. But yeah, I tried to sell this, and clearly it's so bad no one bought it, so I still have it to this day. And yeah, this is one of my first pieces. So this painting here is one of the first commissions I ever got from like a legit company. This painting is from 2018 and it was the first big project that I got as an artist. Like the whole thing took months from beginning to the end of the project. And when I first got it, like I knew it would be overwhelming for me, and I just took it because I needed the money at the time, you know? Like the paycheck was good and I wasn't used to getting that type of money, and I'm like, hey, let me just take this project. I can handle it, I can handle it. But it was definitely way out of my comfort zone, you guys. Like, you guys see my original work, like I never really do stuff like this, like all these faces and all these things going on. Like, this isn't my style of art, so way out of my comfort zone. And the client wanted a lot of revisions done on the work. So first they wanted like an original sketch, and they also wanted a digital version. Like, and I've never done a digital version before, but I'm like, okay, yeah, I could do it. Cause you know, I wanted the money, you guys. So I struggled doing this digital version for them, but I still got it done. And if you look closely at these faces, you guys, like, it's not bad, but it's not my style. Like, it kind of looks like an illustration, coloring book type style. Like, some of these faces are just not what I would do if this was my own piece. And like a lot of the reference images, because there's some like historical figures in here, like Ida B. Wells, and I think it was, I can't remember exactly what the project was, but it was like commemorating women, because like Sandra Bland is in there, and like a lot of the reference photos weren't that great, so I didn't have a lot to work with, right? So like my blending and color choices were just basic, and the client, I feel like, knew it, because I had to meet with them on Zoom, like, and they kept giving me revisions to do, and I just felt like the client did not like it that much. Like I didn't like it, and I felt like kind of awkward, but we still followed through with it because we were that deep in the project anyways. Yeah, like they wanted me to do a lot. Like they wanted me to add raindrops to represent this, and like the sun to represent that, and like this river to represent this other thing. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna put this all together, but like here. So yeah, basically you guys, my advice, I would not recommend doing commission work that's outside of your comfort zone. Like, learn from my mistakes, you guys, because it will result in a work that you're not that proud of. And this also taught me to only do commissions that are in my style. Like, stay true to your artistic style, and don't just take a commission for the money that's forcing you to go outside of a style that doesn't represent your art and what you're trying to do, because trust me, you're gonna struggle with it and the client won't be happy, you won't be happy. So yeah, stick firm to your style of artwork. And nowadays I'll get offered commissions to like replicate another artist's type of style and do it this way like some other artist does, or like, can you make it like this? And I turn them down because I don't want to repeat this mistake. And I'm like, if you want this work done like that artist style, go hire that artist to do it. Why am I gonna try and conform to this other artist style and try and copy their style? Like, that doesn't even support the other artists. Like, you don't want to be doing that anyways. So yeah, that's what this painting taught me. Okay, you guys, so this next painting right here is literally the worst painting I've ever done in my entire life. Like, when I show it to you guys, you're not even gonna believe I made this painting. I can't even believe I made this painting. Like, this painting has never seen the light of day until this video. I can't even believe I'm putting it out there into the internet and claiming this. But I just have to show you guys like how far I've come. And let me just reveal this to y'all right here. Look at this. Look at this. Do you guys see this? Literally the worst painting I've ever made. Like, let me tell you the story behind this. So this was actually a commission, you guys. So someone hired me to do this, y'all. Like, shameful. So this was way early, like 2015, when I just started painting. Like, I just started taking commissions, and my goal at the time was to take as many commissions as possible, like, cause I just wanted to make money, you guys. Like, I was a struggling student out here. I needed money, and I was trying to build an art business. So I was taking every commission left, right, and center, and this was the first commission I got of a white couple. Like, I hadn't done a portrait of like white people before since this painting. I know it might sound weird to you guys, but I just gravitated to painting people of color. So I saw the reference photo, and okay, in my defense, the reference photo was not that great. Like, the lighting was not good. I couldn't pick out the highlights and the details. Clearly, I struggled to do that. My color theory was not well versed. Like, I couldn't figure out what colors to put. So I just went with like, oh, they're white, so like cream would work. And like, let me just throw some blue and orange. Oh my gosh. Like, literally, I couldn't do any details. Like, I just didn't have the skills at the time. Like, the clouds are literally just white squiggles. The teeth, oh my gosh, the teeth. The outline work on like the teeth and the facial details is just so sloppy, bro. The shirt, like, I didn't really do clothes like that. So the t-shirt is just like white with like squiggles of blue. Like, and it's sad to say, this was the best job I could do at the time with what I was given and the skills that I had. Like, literally, this is from my first year painting, like making real paintings ever. So I did the job, and I was really scared to send it to the client, you guys, because I didn't like it. And I'm like, they're not gonna like this. Like, I was really embarrassed to send that email of the photo of this, and y'all, let me just say, I sent the email and they didn't respond, you guys. They didn't respond to the email. I'm like, maybe they'll ask me to revise it, or maybe they'll just cancel the commission. But y'all, I'm sure they took one look at this email and they're like, nah, this girl does not know what she's doing. And they just did not respond to me. And I don't blame them at all. I hope they're not watching this video. If you are, I apologize. Like, yeah, this was a huge lesson, fam. Do not take on commissions if you're not ready. Do not be scared to turn down commissions, because you do not want this embarrassment, you guys. You don't want it. Trust me, I'm telling you. So just say no. It's okay to say no to commissions. I've learned that the hard way, and I say no to a lot of commissions nowadays, like most of them. Like 85% of requests that I get for commission work, I say no to. And trust me, it's worth it. It's worth it to keep your pride. You know, make these horrible mistakes with your own personal work, not on someone else's, you know, image. So yeah, y'all definitely got what you came for with this painting right here. See how bad this is, guys? I made this. So if your work looks like this, trust me, you can get it to look amazing after years of practicing. This was 2015, y'all, okay? 6 years ago. So just keep grinding. Trust me, it will not stay looking like this. Your work will not continue to look this bad, I promise you. Because if I made it out of this stage, y'all can definitely make it out. So yeah, this is the real. You know I love you guys because I'm showing you this, right? Okay, like literally, yeah, my own family has not seen this until today. So yeah, I still have it clearly because the client never wanted it. And I just keep it to remind myself to be humble. So yeah, that's this one. Okay, moving on. right, so this next one is a portrait of my dad, and it was one of my first paintings ever, so it's from 2015 again, and I made it as a gift for him for Father's Day, and it's just really sloppy. Like, if you look close up, you could see like the paint doesn't even cover, like the coverage is very bad. Like the white parts of the canvas are still showing through. Like I wasn't that good at getting the paint to cover the canvas properly. So like if you look closely, like it looks really sloppy and like amateur. I wasn't amateur at this time. Yeah, I just didn't know how to make the layers of paint thick enough. And also one question that I get a lot is, how do I know what colors to use? And you guys, I did not know what colors to use. I did not. Like this, it's okay, but I actually changed up the colors while I was painting this. So like this part here was another color. I can't remember what color it was. And it was bad, and I painted over it this other color. Like I couldn't figure out what colors would make it look good. And I still don't think this color choice was the best color choice. So like, how do I know what colors to use? Trial and error, y'all. I didn't know what colors would look good together, and I just had to try, and it would come out bad, and then I would make another painting with different color combinations, and then over time I'd be like, oh, you know what, magenta and yellow and blue, they look good together, and like green and turquoise, they look good, and like brown, you know, as you work on your colors, your color theory will become more intuitive to you, and you will start to know like these colors look good, these don't, this will work, this won't work, and like you just try it out and see until you get better at working with color, because clearly I just did not. But my dad really liked it though. My dad likes it, so that's all that really matters. That's all that matters. All right, let me show y'all the next one. Okay, so this next painting is kind of getting into the paintings that I started to actually like and like really be proud of. I think this is one of the first paintings I was like, damn, I did that. So this is the painting. Here he is, Jon Snow, obviously. And obviously this is when Game of Thrones was like at its peak. Like everyone's favorite show was Game of Thrones. It was my favorite show, and like Jon Snow was just out here, you know. Khaleesi is my favorite character actually, but still. I wanted to paint Jon Snow, so I'm like, let me just paint him, like that would be dope. And I was like, yo, I actually like this. Like clearly I improved on, you know, painting white people and their complexions. At least picking out highlights and stuff like that. Even though it was hard for me, like I struggled like with the tones that I should use, like oranges, reds, and all that. But this is the first painting where I started like blending. Like if you look here, like I was blending the colors together in the sections. Like here I was blending it out and like making the colors flow together. This was the first painting where I actually tried doing that, and it came out decent. Like, so I'm like, huh, this blending technique makes the work look better. Let me continue doing that. So see, this is how you learn to improve yourself, you guys. You just like try something and then it works, and then you try it again, and then you're better at it the second time you do it, and then it just becomes a staple part of how you do all of your artwork. So yeah, it was also my first time doing this paint splatter effect with the snow. Like I just splattered the brush on it. But if you look at the hair, I did not know how to do hair, clearly. Like the hair is just blocks of color. Like I did not know how to do hair at this point. So that's probably the weakest part of this painting right here. But yeah, I accidentally broke it. There's a hole in the painting and I accidentally ripped it when I was moving. So yeah, I just have it here chilling. I don't know what to do with it. I thought of trying to fix it, but I don't know how to do that. Maybe I'll figure it out. So yeah, that's Jon Snow for you. All right, so this next painting is from like a unique phase in my life, I guess you could say. So here it is. And it's a portrait of Jesus, you guys. So This painting I made for Easter, obviously. And at the time I was pretty religious. I was raised Christian, like in a super strict Christian household, like very, not your typical Christian Catholic person, no. Very strict, like both, like literally going to church Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes Saturday, and every Sunday. Like my life was church. So I was pretty religious. I'm not that religious anymore at all. Like, I do believe in God, but I don't believe in religion like that anymore. But at the time, you know, I was celebrating Easter out here. Got my boy Jesus died for our sins, you know, like. And what I want to show y'all in this painting is like, the details are just really bad. Like, as you can see though, like my color theory was getting better. Like I was getting better at picking out where the colors should go and like which ones would look good together. But I was still bad at doing details. Like the blood is literally just a black stroke and then a red stroke. Like I was just like black, red, black, red, black, red. Same with the details in the wood. Like it's just like with the black brush. And the clouds, man. I was so bad at painting clouds. Like zero blending skills, zero blending with these clouds at all. So, but at the time, I was really proud of this one. So that's Jesus for y'all. All right. Okay, so this is the last painting I'm gonna show you guys today, and it's not bad. It's not that bad. It's a painting of Usain Bolt, yo, my man, fastest man on the planet. And I made this one of the Olympics that he won. He wins every time, y'all. I can't remember which one, but he won. And I'm like, ooh, let me paint him. You know, I'm Jamaican, he's Jamaican. That's my people. So I'm like, yeah, let me commemorate him. So yeah, I did this painting, and you know, I just think it's kind of like basic. Like, firstly, I don't think it looks like him that much, you know, like kinda, not really. Like the likeness is just not there as much as I would like if I was doing something like this today, you know, but I tried my best. But also another running theme at this time, clouds, y'all. I was just so bad at clouds. Like, they're literally just like squiggly lines. That's all I can manage to do, you guys, for clouds. Squiggly lines. So, like, I would blend the background and just do little squiggly lines. Same with the lightning. Like, actually, lightning's not that bad. It's not that bad. But yeah, that's my Usain. The clothing I still wasn't that good at getting like details in clothing. Like, I would just do lines. And I struggled with the colors on like his skin tone here as well. Like, I just was able to mostly stick with brown. Like, I couldn't figure out what other colors to use, like the way I want it in my head as my style, like how it looks nowadays. So I think, yeah, I just put like, I mixed purple with the brown to try and give it some like color, but it's mostly just brown. And I'm like, it didn't come out how I wanted it to look, but it's not horrible, I guess. It's not horrible. And this also let me know, like, landscape is not my thing, you guys. Like, look at my landscape capabilities. Do you see this? Like, I just need to stick to portraits, and like, I'm not huge on like full body stuff. Like, really focusing on the face, like that's my thing. That's what I'm good at. And like, this really taught me that, like, trying to go outside of that scope, like doing different things like this really teaches you what are your strengths as an artist. And my strengths are faces, like picking out the details and the highlights and the shadows of the eyes, the nose, the cheekbones, the the lips, the ears, like that is what I'm good at. Once you ask me to do a full body portrait, I'm like, you're asking the wrong one. And this really taught me that. Like also landscape backgrounds, not really my thing, clearly. Like I learned a lot from doing work like this, and that's what I would encourage you guys to do as well. Like if you're not sure what your strengths are, just make a whole bunch of different type of art, and trust me, your skills will let you know what you're good at. So yeah. Alright y'all, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed going on this blast to the past with me, you know, seeing all my art from my beginner days, early days, 2015, 2016, like those are literally like my first few years of painting, learning how to paint. And just look at my work from today and you'll see how far I've come, and hopefully you guys can see how far you can go. Like that is the main point of this video. That's the main reason why I wanted to show y'all my struggles, because every artist goes through this phase. Like I don't really know any artist who just wakes up one day and their first painting is amazing. Like unless they're just extremely gifted, like most artists struggle, y'all. That's just part of the process. That's just part of the journey. And don't get discouraged when you look at artists like me or other big artists out there and compare your work to theirs, because you're comparing your early stage work to their work from 10 years in, to their professional level work. It's not a fair comparison, and you shouldn't be comparing your work to anyone else's anyways. Compare your work to your own previous work. That's the only type of comparison you guys should be doing, and just learn off of that, because trust me, the more you put in, the more you practice, the better you will get by default. I promise you. There's no way you could practice and not get better. So literally, anytime someone DMs me and they're like, how do I get better? My answer is always practice. Always. And it might seem like a cop-out answer, but it's the truth, y'all. That's all I did. Like there was a time in my career where I painted a painting every single day. Every day I made a new painting, because practice. Put in the time, put in the work. I guarantee you will get better, and one day your art will look exactly how you envision it in your head, and I am living proof of that. So I definitely encourage you guys to keep going. It's truly possible to make it out here as an artist, even if you start out and your work looks horrible like mine did. And no, even when my work was looking like trash, I was still selling it. Like people were still buying that. Like, you know, you might not sell them for that much. Like I was literally selling them for like 50 bucks, 20 bucks, 100 bucks if they were really big. But you gotta start from somewhere, you know? Like don't get discouraged, you guys. Just go for it, just jump in, just do it. And I promise you, if you're committed, you'll make it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed watching this video, and subscribe if you liked it and you wanna see more art tips, art vlogs, about that art business life. I'm here to help you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.